Pop in, say hi. If you've never popped into one of my lives before, hi, I'm Cindy. I explore the inside and the outside. And here on Sunday nights, we have a live show. It's called Chatters Live. And it's more of a community. On this one here on Sunday nights, I leave the chat open. And over the years, we have brought together an amazing crew. People from all different walks of life, all different political ideas, right? All types of religions. Right, I'm thinking Melvin and his political ideas, and then just then when religions, I thought, we're so graced to have David Lopez come and join us on occasion. And, I can go on and on about the amazing people that come in and they join in on the conversation. And over the years, right, they have become very dear to me. And, I would like to think, right, that maybe they hang out with me for as long as they have, right, because they kind of like me too. That's my hopes. I think that's an amazing way to move along, that you can have your own life that you've created, right? That makes it so that you can make some movement, you can have some comfort, you can relieve some of those stresses in your life. I think that's absolutely amazing. Even if you can just, right, do that for yourself a little bit, just in your, right, everyday, day to day. And, I come to appreciate very much the life that I have created for myself. It's hard sometimes because sometimes I feel guilty, especially, when I run with the networks that I do, that I have to hold back those reins sometimes, because sometimes that guilt and shame. Hello, Owen dear. Hello, Owen dear. And I don't know if anybody can relate to this, but that guilt and shame surfaces in me quite often when I don't have the mush to me, right? And I know that I make that time for myself, but I make that time for myself out of that stubbornness, that Cindy part who really does want to make that movement, right? And looks forward and enjoys the views and enjoys the adventures. But when that choice is taken away, and I feel that guilt and shame for whenever I stop. Oh, Kathy's here too. Hello, Kathy. Hello, Kathy. We got show and tell tonight, you guys. I got some cool things. It doesn't look like I have very much here. It was a clothing kind of payday for me. I bought quite a few pieces of clothing. I think I bought 6 pieces of clothing at least. Probably yeah, and I bought some accessories too. I think I bought some gloves, and I think I bought some winter socks. Right? But we'll see some of it. Maybe I'll show you the spring jacket. I know, you guys. I have 2 amazing, beautiful, spectacular spring coats. One was my blue one that I took with me when I went on my road trip in September. Absolutely love it. I didn't think that I would be able to find another one that I liked just as much, but I did. But it has a little bit of a different style. My blue one has padding underneath, so when it's that little bit of coldness just before it gets really cold. And then I have a really pretty spring jacket, like really, it's Lolé. It's the jacket. And not like I'm on brands, but maybe I'm a little bit on brands and I can gloat a little bit because, those are one of the privileges of my job, is to get these wonderful things. So it puts me in a higher wage bracket, if you actually think about it, because people give themselves an allowance for clothes. And lots of people, I'm wearing Puma tonight, But this is probably, oh, I would have to say it's $150, $160 probably for this hoodie if you were to buy it brand new, right? I would never pay that. Didn't matter how much I like the brand, unless it was the Keen boots, because I love my Keen boots. I'm hooked on them. I'm gonna have to buy those Keen boots probably 2 more times in my lifetime. I'm thinking, if maybe 3 more times. I plan on being super active well into my 80s. I just got a basket for my bike. I'm so excited about going. I just wish my cat could go in the basket and I could take her with me, right? But maybe I'll get an RV at some point and she can go on the road with me. That would be good. Okay, everybody, how's everybody doing tonight? Uh, I don't know. I have Nancy's in a really bad situation right now. I'm saying this before she comes in, right? I'm sure she wouldn't mind, but she's losing everything in her apartment. They got an infestation and they've ordered her to get rid of absolutely everything. She showed me her arms. She's been gotten bit very, very, very badly. And my heart goes out to her. So if you guys pray, right? If you guys have any shine and you want to dish a little bit out in just some kind thoughts, that maybe something or someone out there might pick it up and look down on Nancy with a little bit of, I don't know. I think that woman needs some grace. She's heartbroken about the dolls. She's bed bugs, Kathy. Bed bugs. She got bed bugs. They've ordered her to get rid of everything. She'll probably not even come in tonight because, right? She's by herself. Nobody's even helping her clean the apartment out or, oh, and I just like, Cindy, what can you do, right? And I can't do anything, right? But I'm going to keep my eye open in some small token of, uh, just that I wish her well or something. I think she's going to try and save the train set, like all the town and the city, all that crafting part of it that she did with the cotton bat. That's all got to go. But as long as she washes and cleans everything that's metal and plastic, she can keep it. Um, and and she's getting some medical treatment for the sores that she's got. Her poor arm. She showed me her. I couldn't imagine. And she held out so good. Right? She was right. I tell you, when that woman's a jack in the box, right? Really. How much can that jack in the box go without a little bit of grease and a little bit of fine tuning? Yeah, but that's our Nancy. She's going to figure it out. But I wanted to put it out there, right, just before she does pop in. And, right, she's not going to mind. I'll probably even message her and let her know because I'm not that person that says stuff. But me and Nancy got a really good relationship. And Nancy isn't in, and she knows it too. She's not in a position to try and figure out something like this all by herself. So, as long as she's got people out there. Right, Owen. Yeah, just even the prayers, right? Even in us just sending out her some good chairs and giving these few minutes in the beginning of our conversation. Okay, so that's all I'm going to say about that, right? It came to the surface. It had to come out. But, yeah, my poor Nancy, right? She's such a kind lady. She really supports my brand lots, eh? And when you talk about that little drummer boy, that little drummer girl kind of situation where you would really love to just swoop in and just, right? Don't worry about it. We got this, right? And right, and even just to maybe hire somebody who needs $50 or $100 and come and help her clean her apartment, right? she can't even go anywheres in the process. She's just stuck there. Yeah, she's not alone though. She's got us, you guys, right? She's got us. She's loyal to us. She's loyal to every single one of us. And yeah, I'm gonna figure something out. Gonna figure. Can't send anything big, but maybe something, right? I'll figure something. Figure some. But she's losing all her dolls. They told her she couldn't keep the dolls because of the hair and because some of them have fabric parts on them and stuff. She can't keep the dolls. They all have to go. 80 of these dolls that are worth almost $100 each. Can you imagine? Yeah, our Nancy. And she'll come in here. She might not even say anything, but she's pretty stressed out. So she may come in just to relieve, because that's what we do. We absorb each other, don't we? Right? We absorb each other. And when things are going good, we shine on each other. And when things aren't going bad, even like Robert, if Robert was here and Robert popped in, right? And we know sometimes Robert does. But he usually does watch at the same time. Okay. Oh. Well, maybe I'll mention that to her. Maybe I'll mention that to Nancy. I'll send her an email and a message tonight. Yeah, it's just really difficult times going. I noticed for lots of people. Today the weather went really, really bad. I don't know if you guys heard anything. Oh, and I was saying, isn't it kind of serendipitous that last weekend we were talking about the Donner Pass? And today, well, last night I heard what was happening in Nevada, right? And in California and the Donner Pass, all those people getting stuck like that. We're having that crazy weather up here too, you guys. We're having that, right? Right, maybe it was unintentional. Maybe Cindy could have put the blinders on, done a little meditation. I could have gotten a clearer message on that. Right? But it just seemed kind of strange that Cindy from Winnipeg, Manitoba, right, brought up the conversation about the Donner Pass. Actually, it was Andrew, because I couldn't remember what the Donner Party, where they were, right? And yeah, Andrew let us know it was the Donner Party. Yeah, and then what's going on there right now. Now I hope everybody's okay there, that nobody got hurt, but because I haven't been home all day. I just got home from work. Oh, and I got a cup of coffee, you guys. I made myself a cup of coffee. How's everybody's week going? How's everybody's week going? I hope absolutely amazing. Our car insurance is probably going to go up tomorrow here in Manitoba. We are a private corporation that has relations with in the government legislation and stuff. It's one of those government corporate companies, and all our car insurance, everybody goes through the same company. We don't go search out our car insurance. We all get our car insurance from the same source. When the years are good, when there's not a lot of car accidents and stuff, they'll send out little rebates, of any profit and stuff that's left over at the end of the year. But you guys, they spend extra money on a new picnic table for the back of the building, and right, maybe a scooter or two for somebody who's in need of it, right? And then whatever's left over, well, they kind of split it all up and they'll distribute it to the to the public, the people who have car insurance here. And but I suspect with this rain snow that's going on right now, I had to take a bus 2 blocks because the sidewalks were too bad. I couldn't walk on the sidewalk, so I waited for the bus, and I made a little joke when as soon as I got on the bus, I hit the button again, right? And I made a little joke. Yeah, I said, yeah, I says that 2 blocks makes the difference tonight. She giggled. She goes, oh yeah, it's really, really bad. I said, we just said, stay safe. And I got off, but it's so bad. And we have a lady at work we worry about because she has a tendency to slip. And it's not like she's clumsy and stuff. Well, maybe she might be a little bit clumsy, but she has to, stay safe, and she'll be working tomorrow, and I don't know if she'll even be able to come in. Those sidewalks are going to be so bad. Yeah. Everybody's got something going on. I know Kathy had some crazy weather last week. Wasn't that because I was hearing in Nova Scotia there was some wicked storms going on in Nova Scotia. 60 degrees. 60 degrees is a nice temperature, isn't it, Owen? 60 degrees? Oh, wonderful. Wonderful. So you're going to get a little bit of loving from your sister and your niece, eh? That's amazing, Owen, right? To get treated like a king for maybe a couple of days. Or how long are they staying for, Owen? Can you tell us? Yeah, everybody gets our insurance. Do you source out your insurance for your cars, Kathy, in Nova Scotia? Ah, let me know. Oh, okay, good. Yeah, I've been listening. I don't follow the news. I try and stay away from the news. I'm not drawn to it on the norm, but things come across my path, and I heard something about the storms in Nova Scotia and the weather, right? And I heard about the Donner Pass last night, and then I put the two, and I says, "Oh, we were just talking about the Donner Pass last weekend. That's pretty strange, right? But I hope nobody was hurt in that." Oh, well, I hope you had a nice visit, Owen. I hope you had an amazing visit. We got show and tell tonight, you guys. I got some really cool things, but my bucket isn't really full because I already tore the tags off my clothes and put my tags in my laundry basket because I did laundry yesterday, so I wouldn't have to do laundry this weekend, but I forgot I bought all those clothes. So I want to get them washed so that I don't know. I don't think I'll be going outside too much in the next couple of days. Probably not safe, right? It's probably not safe to be out and about. I got great treads on my shoes, but it's very, very icy. And even though I might be able to control my actions and in my movements, I won't be able to control anybody else who slides through a red light or decides to take a corner and can't stop in time. Right? Right? So it's better that I stay safe. Okay, you guys, show and tell tonight. This payday, I think I spent $75. It was a lot. It was a lot this payday. I don't know what I got for $75. I suspect it was all those clothes items, right? Yeah, it was all those clothes. It was all those clothes. I got some nice clothes. All it takes is one lady to donate her beautiful clothing in my size, right? I mean, how many Puma sweatshirts do you think end up on the shelf every day? Every day there's a Puma sweatshirt on the shelf at work. But I don't get into those. I have to wait for the one that I'm comfortable in, the one that will fit me good. And this is my favorite my second favorite hoodie. And in fact, my first favorite hoodie is also brand new, and it's also a Puma one. So I'm not in love with the brand, but I love the way that it's made. I love the way that it fits, and I like the graphics on it too. Okay, you guys. Item number 1. Let's have a sip of my coffee. This cost me, and it's from IKEA. It's from IKEA. This was $1.50 with my staff discount. It was $1. Take a look at this. Look at this wrapping paper. I never seen anything like this. It's not open, but you can tell how beautiful this wrapping. Look at this, like bamboo, set like bamboo shoots with flowers from IKEA. I don't know how much that cost, but I bet you it wasn't $1. And gift wrap, so I can make wrap up beautiful presents, right? I can wrap up presents beautifully. There you go. That's better. So item number 1. Item number 1, and I'm just going to make sure I scroll down so I don't miss the comments so that I can stay in the conversation too. Here we go. Okay, item number 2. I got a movie this week. For my days off. I'm not sure. I don't think I've seen any of these. And I love the animated movies. Who's the company who makes it? I don't know. I don't know who makes it. It's a Sony video. It doesn't say. Oh, wait a minute, right there. I think it's TriStar. I'm not sure. I won't do that now because I have no idea. My magnifier glass is not where it's supposed to be. My magnifying glass is not where it's supposed to be. So yeah, maybe you guys can read what it is. See, I think it's right. I think it's right here. I'll get close. You guys can tell me what it says. No, Sony Pictures. Okay, Sony Pictures, you guys. That's as close as we can get. Open season 1, open season 2, and open season 3. And then I said I was going to watch this last week, and I didn't. I've got this DreamWorks movie, animated movie, Spirit. I still haven't watched this one, so I pulled this one because I want to watch this one. It's called The Age of Adeline, right? I want to see that one. And then I've got this one, and this is Teddy Roosevelt, Hyde Park on the Hudson, or Hyde Park and Hudson, yeah. And that's Bill Murray. Yeah, Bill Murray plays Teddy Roosevelt. Okay, you guys. Next item. I have pretty much lost a pair of mitts every single week. And not the whole pair, but usually I take one mitt off and I leave it on the bus or I drop it out of my pocket. Oh my goodness. So, for 75 cents, I better start getting next year's pile ready, right? And the way it looks right now, I just might need it in the next couple of days. It's not supposed to get very warm. I think, it's going to be pretty much between -10 and -15 for the next few days. Anyway, they're saying we might even get some rain. I got another deck of tarot cards. I don't keep the tarot cards for myself, but if I get 10 decks of tarot cards, that's $100. right? That's what you can get for 10 decks of tarot cards. And when I only spend a few dollars on these, right? And I give them to my sister. She gets rid of them, right? Or no, I don't. These ones I usually get rid of. And it always helps, right? Helps with the groceries. But for now, I just collect them like everything else, right? Oh, and I got a nut. These are a nice pair of gloves. How much were these? These were 75 cents. These are real wool. Real wool. Oh, they're beautiful. Oh, they're so comfy. And I don't know if you could see, it's got all this little fuzzy, like mohair stuff. Oh, they're just lovely. Just lovely. I love them. 75 cents. Okay, I gotta put these two pairs of mitts in the laundry basket. Make sure they go in with my laundry tomorrow. Maybe I should wash the wool ones by themselves because I don't want them to shrink. Right? I don't want them to shrink. Okay, next item. This is a cooling pad for my laptop because I edit videos, right? And once summer comes, it's going to get hot. Um, I have a really good laptop, but I thought, I mean, it's really nice. It's a Microsoft one, right? I thought, you know what, for $4, 3 times four, for $2.80. This is what this cost me. I don't know how much it would cost you if you had to go to Best Buy and buy a cooling pad for your laptop, but I'm sure you wouldn't get it for $2 and um, 80 cents. $2.80. Yeah, so that was a good buy. That was a good buy. Gonna have a sip of my coffee. Let's look at the comments here. Sunny and warm. Oh, good. That makes for a nice day, Owen. Does that make for a nice day? I think it's pretty amazing, Owen, how your sister comes in and helps to relieve you from the caregivership that you do, right? That she helps and comes in as a caregiver too. I think it's absolutely amazing. Like you're here with us every week and we know how much you do for your mom, right? And how much you care for her and how much you help her and everything. But you also, when your sister comes in, you always say how much you appreciate, how much she does for you and everything. And it's nice that your niece came along too this time. But, that's absolutely lovely that your sister shows her appreciation that way. That's absolutely amazing, Owen. Right? I love that. Okay. Okay, Andrew says, I've seen bits of Age of Adeline, an intriguing movie about a woman who stopped aging. Oh, like me. I was actually looking at what I looked like. How long ago? 4 years ago, what I looked like 4 years ago to what I look like now. Oh my goodness, I look 10 years older than I do now. So that was like 15 years younger, right? If that was 5 years ago, I look 10 years younger than I did then. Oh my goodness. Yeah. I don't like to go way back in those videos to see the person that I was, but it would be good lessons for me in doing that, I would think. At the very least, I would recognize how far I've come, how much better I'm feeling, how much more control over my own being that I have, that I'm creating the best human being I possibly can. And I'm doing that, right? It's not through that guilt and shame in not doing uh, more for others than I do for myself, right? But that caregivership, you are an inspirational one, and it's very kind that your sister stopped by and helped to relieve a little bit. And I hope you enjoyed her visit too. Hello, William. Oh, good. I'm glad. Did you have a sermon today? Were you preaching today? Have you? You know, it hits men a little bit later than it does women. You know, women go through that menopause and right? And that's our signal that we're getting older. So we've already had a chance to adjust, right? Because our body has to adjust. But the men don't adjust the same as how women adjust. And I can imagine that it's pretty quick when you guys realize that you're getting on, that it is pretty quick. But keep in mind, Andrew, what you think about is realized. So if you kept your self busy in the things you love, right? Kept yourself busy in your books, kept yourself busy in your job, kept yourself busy in your interests, that you wouldn't feel and appreciate those ailments that you have, that it might seem like it might ease up a little bit. You know, I find a lot of me not noticing is just not noticing. It's like me, right? Not paying attention to the news and not letting myself stress out. Because if I watched the news every day, you guys, oh my goodness, it would be so bad. I would have no idea what cause to go after, right? I would have no idea. Yeah. Oh, something popped into my head right now. I've been kind of manifesting, and I don't know how some aspects out there will appreciate or not appreciate the right. I was saying, if I had one dream, if I had one rule that the whole world would have to live by, and I thought about it, right? And I think about how different characters are sometimes kept in their place and not able to achieve their dreams because, the beatings and the right, emotionally, physically, socially, economically, right, that it keeps us in our place. But it's not because we don't try, right? Lots of times it's not because we don't try. It's just other people you're squeezing in, right? You're trying to be able to create something for yourself. You're trying to set the example, and sometimes, right? I don't know. Sometimes that example is really not meant to be known, not meant to be seen. And what was I going to say about that? Maybe I was meant to trail off so I wouldn't come back to it. And if it comes back to me. Uh yeah, I lost it. Oh my goodness. I was guys going about to give you guys something. Oh, it came back to me. And I lost it again. Oh, I came. You are responsible for your actions, not your thoughts. Right? There's a lot of movement going on out there on other people's backs. And there are a lot of good people out there trying to do the good thing, right? But failing and not making any movement in their lives. And I'm giving it some thought. I don't know why. Makes me think that I have any influence in that. But I think for the most part, a great many of us are held back from who and what we were meant to be and bring to the table. And I thought, how could I, in my limited wisdom, resolve that? Right? And I thought about it, and I thought that rule, right? You are responsible for your actions, not your thoughts. For the most part, right? Mankind runs on emotions. They're just going from one thought to the next thought, right? It didn't matter how much I know who the person I was, right? It didn't matter. I was going to think that anyway. But I thought those actions, right? And you run it against majority, right? You run it against majority. So there wouldn't be any dictatorship in there. It's just a matter of knowing what that majority is, because I know the minority will always speak up, will always step forward, will always, right, fight for the cause. So it was an idea because I thought, right, even that idea of the pedophiles, that's was a good one for me when I was thinking of a rule. You know, if you're responsible for your actions, not your thoughts. If you need to have that television screen inside your mind, then so be it, because you're going to have it anyway, right? It makes you do what you do anyway. But if you're responsible for your actions, right? Responsible for your actions. And majority, yeah, that's a no, right? So I think it would help in a lot of those terrible innocents that get trampled on, right? In that somebody else's movement. Trying to think, I'm trying to, right, to think, what do you believe in? What would for you make the best human being you possibly can, right? Yeah, but that wouldn't work for me, Andrew, when you say, when you heard once that if a wrong or unacceptable thought comes into your head, then say that's not my thought. Well, if you're one of those other parts of you who believe that that's not your thought, then that's not your thought. But as much as it takes all kinds to make the world, it takes all kinds to make Cindy too. It takes all kinds to make Cindy too. And I couldn't honestly say that's not my thought. If I thought it, part of it is mine, and I have to, right? That's that's on, right? That's not my thought. I don't know. It's like, somebody bumps into you and you drop all your groceries on the sidewalk, right? And you look up and you go, "Oh my goodness. Oh, you bumped me and all my," right? And they don't even bend down to and then bend down to help you, and then somebody behind them says, "Well, aren't you going to help her? You knocked her," right? You knocked her over. And I lost what I was going to say. I go with these stories for so long that I drag it out so long that I kind of miss the punchline on it. It may come back to me. Yeah, it may come back, may not. Okay, here's one of the pairs of socks. Pair of new winter socks. You guys know I love the winter socks. You guys by now also know I like the pink, right? That I like the pink. So I got a pair of socks. These socks were $10. Who would pay $10 for a pair of socks? Were they a good brand? Ricky's. That was a good department store. They're not around. They're not around anymore. One of those companies, big corporations that went bankrupt. Went bankrupt. We lost lots. Right? Lots of businesses. But, that ordering online. It makes things convenient, right? It does make things convenient, doesn't it? And it makes it so that you have no choice but to keep your credit good, because you don't have good credit, then you're not going to be able to shop on these platforms and buy online, and you may end up having to spend more money. I don't know what this is, you guys, but I thought this would be really good for me. If it works on my office chair, let's try it out right now. I'll show you what I got. I'm not quite sure what kind of seat it is. I'll bring it up close to the screen so you can see. It's a fabric one. It's got memory foam. It's super firm. It has a little dip here. I guess to keep the knackers cool, right? Okay. No. So that's not what I bought it for. What I bought it for, that I thought it, and this was how much? This was $3 with my staff discount. What I bought this for is when I go camping, and sometimes when the the picnic table, when the benches are wet because it rained overnight and stuff, that I thought this would be good to sit on the bench, and then I'd be able to keep my bum warm. I could also take it on my trip to September. And when I bought knee pads. I got them in here somewhere. I'm starting to try and get stuff ready for my trip. I'm going to do much better this year than I did last year, but I think I did so much better last year than I did the year before. I'll never forget that traffic officer pulling me over, and he comes to my window and I roll it down. I go, "Really, sir? I made sure that I had a clear view of the road from my rear. I left a spot clear enough because it was so loaded. Oh my goodness, it was so loaded." But I thought, when I'm digging, right? Or if I want to get out, lots of times I get out of my car at the side of the roads if there's a nice view, and I'll go find myself a rock and sit on it. I can take this with me and put it on the rock, and I can have a nice soft bum, right? These are the kind of things that will make it so that I will be able to enjoy Mother Nature well into my 80s or 90s. Wouldn't that be amazing? I wonder if there are any outdoors people. I know there are people who jump out of airplanes in their 90s, because I saw the videos. So I got that. Let's just check into the comments here. Kathy says, and we can always question our thoughts and decide if they are serving us or not. I'd much rather make sure that I'm trying to search out the truth, right? I'm always trying to feel out what's 100% true to me and not take anything on that isn't mine, right? But you're right. What is Andrew Sue? I like that, Kathy. We can change thought patterns and even pathways in our brains. And that's true too. That is so true. And a lot of it, for me, I'm not sure if I could take credit for that. Right? See, I kind of danced around it, and I noticed that I was dancing around that, and I think that I have to appreciate some of those other parts of me that are interested in some of those common topics that I like, and they like doing what I like, and it makes it so that I don't know, it just kind of am I changing my thought patterns, or are they my thought patterns just changing? I don't know. I don't know. It's funny, the questions and the information and what I resonate and what you resonate with, and how we resonate together in things, and how and why things come to us at certain times, or, right, don't come to us at all. Chinese food. Oh, save your money, William. I love Chinese food too. I had one of the girls from work last night uh, come to my place, and I did her taxes for her, and I made her Chinese. Well, Chinese food. I made her sauteed chicken and vegetables, and I made a fried rice, and then I made some noodles, and then she had the sweet chili sauce, and I had the honey garlic sauce, and we just ate the noodles. It was really, really good. Okay, you guys. You can't get enough of these. These are amazing. I put my rice in it. I put the pasta. I put my pasta in these. I make my juices because sometimes I want a variation of juices. I have two of these. Used to have three, but I used them for gardening. And then one of the other ladies who's gardening on the roof claimed it as her own, so she could have it. It works for her. So yeah, I got a juice jug. Okay. I'm always using a little bowl for my butter, and I thought it was time to get a butter dish. I'm not into the little crystal ones or anything like that, but a little rubber one, right? And put my margarine blocks in that. That was only $1. Okay. This is beautiful. Huh? Let me turn it around the right way. There we go. Now come forward and come up. There's going to be a signature on there somewheres. But isn't that beautiful, you guys? And it's a beautiful, beautiful piece of china. I think it's even, right? Look at this mark here. I think that might be the Mason company. I think that is the Mason mark. I didn't notice that. I just loved it. That's absolutely, absolutely beautiful. My Napoleon, you can kind of see him right there. There's my Napoleon, right? He's Mason pottery, right? He's Mason pottery, but he's the first Mason company. The Mason company bought this company out that made this Napoleon, I think. Love the plate. Okay, gotta turn it around. Look at these are my knee pads for my bottle digging and for my crystal digging this summer. They're not cheapy ones, you guys. I paid $2 for these. They're not Dollarama kind of bargain store ones. They are absolutely amazing. I'm so happy to have these ones. Right? I wouldn't spend that kind of money because I'm going to assume that these were at least $30. I don't know if somebody wants to go to eBay and see how much they are. They're Tommy Company gels, but they're in brand new condition, and yeah, amazing. But that's for my bottle digging, and that's part of the gear that I would have had to get, and I would have paid more than that because I would have gone to the budget store, and every time I go out, uh right, I have to use my shoelaces to tie them across my knees because the straps break, right, and I lose the straps. So this year I get quality Quality ones. Okay, next. Oh, this was so pretty. I thought with my outfits, I'm not vain this way, but it was so pretty and it just caught my attention. So I got, isn't that pretty? I'll wear it maybe on May Day. I'll do my hair up in ringlets or something, and I'll wear this. Maybe I'll wear it with my coveralls, right? Maybe I'll wear it with my. Is that a loose one there? No, it's just bent in a different direction. Yeah, so I thought that was really, really nice. I thought that was nice. So I bought that. Right, gonna Mayday. Or husband number two. Maybe I'll do that, right? Okay, you guys. I said I wasn't going to buy any more of this, but this was a really unique piece. It was only $1 with my staff discount. It's a nice piece and it's a signed piece, but it was just something I've never seen before. I just really loved the glazing on this bowl. And yeah, for $1, I just said that can come home. Even the clay is lovely. Even the clay is just lovely clay. You can just see quality in it. Yeah, so that came home with me. Okay. Kathy will appreciate these. I don't know if you can get a feel for how big these actually are, but look at these pencils. They're as big as my finger. Look how wide those pencils are. They're just huge, but look at they're just beautiful uh metallic neon colors. I think they said metallic colors, I think they called them. Yeah, they're just beautiful. So I grabbed those. Those were 50 cents with my staff discount. It was only 50 cents with my staff discount for all those pencils. Because I'm an entrepreneur or looking at ideas to be an entrepreneur. And because I'm going crystal digging, right? Because I got all this crystal here. These came up. These with my staff discount. These were $1.40. There's at least 500 of them in there. But what this is, there's 500, like 500 of them in there. They are they're brooch mounts. So you glue your stones or you mount your stones because they have the holes too if you want to wire them through. They're for making brooches. I've got, look how many I've got, you guys. I thought, well, maybe I'll make some crystal brooches, right? And sell them, right? For $1.40. If the idea never comes across my path again, it did come across my path. And it could just be a failure. And I'm good with that. Okay, you guys. I got the basket for my bike. Look what I got today. It's my drink cup. It's pretty dirty. I've got to wash it and make it look brand new, but it mounts to my handlebar, mounts to my handlebar. And inside you could put all different kinds, all different sizes of cups in these because these clips adjust to whatever the size of the cup is. So now I have a decent cup holder and a basket for my bike. I'm so excited, right? Maybe it makes it so that I don't mind so much this. It's more ice than snow or rain. It's snow that has melted a little bit, but as it's coming from the sky, it's freezing up again. So when you're outside, this is like shards of ice hitting you in the face, right? So it's not good weather, right? But oh, back to the auto pack story when I said, if they don't spend a lot of money in the payouts of the accidents and stuff, sometimes they give a little bit of rebates, and they share the balance of the over money, and they'll just divvy out even checks for everybody, for that whatever extra money the company made. It's called auto pack, right? But at the same token, when we have really, really, really bad years, our insurance does go up. Our insurance does go up. It's like the groceries in the grocery store. The homeless people are going in and they're not buying groceries, they're going in and taking the groceries and stuff. But we notice the prices of everything are going up, and all we're doing is grumbling and complaining. Oh my goodness, the price of this and the price of that. But we're not thinking that we are taking care of, whether it's willingly or unwillingly, we are taking care of the vulnerable, right? Who are eating, right? So we should feel good about that. My problem is when they go in and take the big roasts and stuff, like the $100 roast, and they go and sell it to somebody so they can, right, fulfill other needs that are not truly needs. They're only wants in the moment, right? But who am I to judge? Somebody asks for money and I have it and I decide to give it to them. For me, whether it's an immediate um, alleviation of the pain, or right, you save it and you do good with that, and you go slow, and again you alleviate the pain, whether that pain is immediate or if it's in the long haul of, right, that little bit of movement each one of us is trying to make. Okay, you guys, here we go. It's a mandarin orange candle. It's a candle and it's mandarin orange, and this cost me 2 times 3, 60, 90 cents off. This cost me $1.60 for this candle. It's a brand new candle. It's never been used. And I do like to burn the candles on occasion in the house after I've done all my cleaning and everything. Okay. I remember this one. This is a book that I got, and it's written or published by Lonely Planet. And the name of the book is How to Survive Anything. How to Survive Anything. A visual guide to laughing in the face of adversity. And it truly is how to survive. It's an instruction book for anything. I'll read you a couple of things in here. How to survive a shipwreck. How to survive an ultra marathon. How to survive being lost in the wild without GPS. How to survive fall curry. I guess that's a spicy curry. How to survive falling through ice. How to survive a knockout punch. How to survive a networking event, and on and on and on and on. This is going to be really fun to look at in those moments when things get heavy, or I'm getting bored, I'm ready to do something else, that I can do something that will actually expand me. So I thought that was a cool book, and for $1, right? For $1, I'll get $1's worth of entertainment out of that book for sure. Let's hope it's entertainment and not necessity. Okay. I have only a few more things here, you guys. My sister makes me tarts. You guys know she makes me tarts at Christmas. And she always puts these little pastry dots on top of the biscuits. But I found these ones, and these ones are little stars, right? And I thought, oh, she could cut out little stars and put those on her tarts for everybody, right? She makes dessert platters at Christmas time for everybody, right? So I got this right for her Christmas stocking. So she has her cookies cutters for when she wants to do her tarts up. Yay! A few more things here. I got some sewing needles here, some really good ones. I'm starting a couple of projects, and one of them I'm refurbishing an old winter coat that I have, and it was vintage. It was a vintage winter coat when I got it. I'm probably going to hand stitch it, but maybe not. I got this frog. He was so cool. I don't want to drop him. He's really heavy. Look at him. Isn't he just like the coolest thing? He's amazing. He's made of some kind of granite. Yeah, it's just some kind of granite. Could be soapstone. Maybe it's yeah, maybe I'd have to look for a signature on it because they always signed their work in some way, but I don't think so. I think it's just a nice piece of granite. It's very heavy. It's really cool. I like him. Okay. Then I got this. I know. It's just a headband for, when I wash my hair or when I'm dyeing my hair, right? Didn't need it. I'm looking at it. I'm trying to convince myself that I needed this. I didn't need this. I'm not sure if I even wanted it now. How much did I pay for it? 50 cents. I'll cut my losses. I'll make use out of it somehow. Maybe it'll go around my tent or something and hold it. I'll hold it together. Let's go into the comments here. Okay, I got a couple of more things. They're pretty amazing. Oh, the plate, William. I don't know where I put it. Where did I put the plate? I just don't want to knock it down wherever I put it, right? Because if I'm not seeing it, that means I could easily. I have no idea what I did with it, you guys. I have no idea. I would save it and show you, William, but I don't know where it is. I don't know where I put it. Okay, so I want to show you this. This is absolutely just amazing. I have to do some research on it in order to find what tribe it is from. It is very, very old. Look at it's got a whale woven into it, right? Look at that one. I don't know. Maybe it's to me it looks so Cree. It looks so Cree. And like I even the Thunderbird looks Cree. If anybody recognizes the Thunderbird, all the tribes they did their Thunderbirds differently, and I think it starts COM, and I think it could be them, or it could be the Cree tribe in northern Saskatchewan. So I'm not sure. I still got to do some more research, you guys. I still got to do some more research on it. But look at how many different weaves in that basket. It's a berry basket, you guys. If you've never seen a berry basket, a Native American basket before, look at, there's a bird. Is that a bird? What is that? What is that, you guys? Is that a bird? What is that? Oh, yeah, I can see it. It is a bird. It's a bird. A duck, a whale, Native American, and a thunderbird, and all those. Now, I'm going to have to clean this up, but I don't want to clean it up too much, but you can see how old it is. Look at all that dirt and dust in between there. So I'm going to take some Q-tips and just moisten the Q-tips just a little bit just to see if I can bring that to life a little bit. I think probably I can. I think it's probably just right, a lot of decades of dirt and dust. So that was my big score. I got it for that price because, like, I knew what it was, right? But it's damaged. But because I just want to display it, right? I don't care. Where is it? There's a hole in it. Just trying to be gentle with it so that right here, there's a big hole. It's torn right in here, and so right, $2.50. Doesn't matter. It can sit on my shelf for the rest of my. I just love the whale. I think the whale is the best piece. I just love the whale. It's amazing. It's amazing. It's amazing. Yeah, but at least we know it's indigenous and it's not Inuit, right? Because Inuit do a lot of work with the whales too in their artwork, right? Okay. Okay. The grand finale. So I got a bin. I'm getting ready to move. I have no idea where I'm going or when I'm going, but I think I'm going to do it with Rubbermaid containers because I get them so cheap. They're so strong and durable, and I can stack them, right? I can stack them, and it'll make for a nice easy move, right? For myself. Okay, you guys, if that basket wasn't the best thing out of my, I'm just going to move this so I can drop it onto my desk. But aren't those pencils amazing? They're like as thick as my thumb or my finger. They're so wide. But yeah, and I've been collecting. I've got pens and markers and pencils now. And I'm not going to do the adult colorings, but I'm going to see if I can express myself a little bit in my media book. And it's beautiful art paper in here. I've got some pencils. I've got my paintbrushes. Maybe I'll do some watercolors or something. But yeah, the last thing I got, let me clear some room here. But that's a cool book. I'm going to leave it right here. So I make a point to look at it tomorrow. My movies, I'm going to stick over here because I'm going to definitely, I have to watch at least once on one of my days off, right? We're going to have a day off, a total day off with no guilt, no shame for doing nothing. I'm just going to flake, right? I'm just going to flake. And a storm helps, right? You don't feel the need that you have to go out. The storm is starting to get really, really bad, you guys. I don't think I could turn. Yeah, you wouldn't be able to see anything if I stuck you up against the window, so I won't. Okay, let's move all this stuff. Did I not get any jewelry? Oh my goodness, you guys. I didn't get any jewelry. That's a first. Oh, I found the plate, William. There it is. It's made by the Mason Company. It's a beautiful plate. Yeah, it's in lovely condition too. Yeah, that was actually a safe place for my plate. I just noticed it sitting there. Okay, we're ready for the last one, you guys. So I got the patches. You guys know I've been collecting the patches off the baby clothes. Got a lot of patches now, right? So I thought maybe I would purchase some really nice coveralls, something really, really light, but something very fashionable. I don't know if you guys have seen J-Lo did a video where she actually did a dance with her girlfriend there, and she was wearing a cute pair of coveralls. And I thought, I bet you could get those coveralls for around $50 a pair. And after I'm done with them, I bet you I could get 250, maybe 300. That entrepreneur in me. Maybe I'll get 250 or $350 for those coveralls, right? And then I would just sit here and watch my movies, do my live shows, right? And sew at the same time patches on these jeans and these coveralls. And I thought, well, if you're going to do that, Cindy, I bought a sewing machine. You guys, I bought a sewing machine. I cannot believe that I have my own sewing machine. I've never had my own sewing machine. And it's a very, very, very good sewing machine. I'll get it up close so you can see all the amazing stitches. All of these are all different types of stitches that you can do with this machine, right? And then it has the pedal and it has all the drawer with all the stuff. Easy, right? Everything exactly shows me what it is. I even have the manuals for it. And do you know how much this cost me? This cost me $17. It's in brand new condition. Like it's in brand new condition. $17 for a sewing machine. Absolutely incredible. Now I got to figure out how to sew. I took sewing classes when I first started in high school. And I kind of, oh no, I wasn't in high school. I was in grade school. I learned to sew and I did a maxi dress. I did a really nice job. I did such a nice job that my aunt stole it. She stole it. And I did a really good job on the dress. But I never carried on a lot of the things that I took interest in, and I just moved on to other things, whether I accomplished something or I failed, and it didn't matter. I would just move on to something else. But yeah, I did sew. Now that I'm thinking about it, I took sewing class, right? And I enjoyed it. And I even sewed a dress. So I don't know how difficult it would be for me to learn. $17, Andrew. It cost me $17 for this sewing machine. So I thought maybe I would sew patches onto the coveralls with the machine, and maybe sew patches onto jeans. And right, because I would think that you are so cute. When I wore my coveralls to work and stuff, people just went gaga over my coveralls, and they were all asking me where I got them, and it was fun telling them, oh, I made them. I was saying with pride, not the coveralls themselves, but I hand stitched every patch on myself, and right. But now that I'm thinking about the jeans, that was a very heavy jean, like physically it was like at least 10 or 12 pounds. And I thought that light fabric jean for the patches would do so much better. Still the coverall, but a very light jean, a jean that you could wear in the summertime out in the garden or walking on the beach, or right. So Cindy's got a sewing machine. Cindy's moving up in the world. And talking about moving up in the world, I may have lost a few of my in government incentives because I was low income. I made too much money last year, right? I got to start taking my first pension. We're tiered in our pensions. When you reach a certain age, you hit one level, and then make it to the next stage, you hit another level, right, until you get your full pension. And I had my paychecks every 2 weeks, and I went over and am now not considered low income anymore. And so I have to look at that really positively, because I've always had that goal and that money every single year, that big chunk of money that didn't come very often. I always use that income tax return to accomplish something big, right? Last year we did the laptop. The year before that we did my glasses, right? And then we ended up having to buy the glasses again. There were like every year I do that. I say, okay, well, next year and this year I says, well, we're going to do the dental this year, right? And we don't get much of an income tax return this year because Cindy made too much money. So that's a good sign. It's not that I want to get out of paying my decent amount that I owe as a citizen of where I live, right? Uh, but it is kind of right when you have your heart set on, oh, we're going to get the dental done. And, all these goals you set, you go bang, 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 and you're checking them all off. And then all of a sudden, block, right? And now there's a little bit of a hiccup when it comes to getting that dental work done. Dental work still has to get done. But how it gets done, well, it's going to be a little bit different than relying on my income tax return, right? Maybe sewing those patches on the jeans will contribute to getting that money so I can get my dental. But the idea for me, I was thinking, is I'd like to get on the road, right? Maybe even permanently on the road. Um, yeah, I want to enjoy, I really want to enjoy the possibilities. I want to enjoy the adventure. I want to enjoy pursuing the unknown, and I want to enjoy delivering that in my lives and in the content that I share, right? I want to be the inspiration for others to take their lives into their own hands and creating the best human being they possibly can, understanding that you are responsible for your actions, not your thoughts. And that's so in my affirmations I've been saying that quite a bit, because I understand what you think about is realized. And like Andrew says, if he's feeling right his age now, because well, since his staph infection, he's had that physiotherapy, and right, he's trying to get back on track, and it's a slow process in healing. And when you don't feel that healing right off the hop, it can be discouraging. And then finally you just say, okay, well, maybe I am an old person, right? I don't think there was ever a time for me, not even right now, even with reality, even looking at my birth certificate, even look at the day that I was born, the year that I was born, even having people tell me I'm old, right? I don't think of it. I don't feel that way. I feel pretty good. And that is the honest truth. So, it makes my movement so much easier because I know how hard it is to make movement when you have the aches and pains and the boo-boos and the frustrations and the anxiety and the stress. It's really hard to make the movement. There's always there's always something that we can do, right? Yeah, kind of things that I think about, right? Kind of things that I think about, but at the same time it's all movement forward, right? Like it is in all aspects of myself. Even if one part of my life is struggling, there's another part of my life that's struggling. So if that's not working out for myself in the moment, and it's just frustrating me and stuff, I'm grateful that I have something else that I can delve into and apply my heart and my time into creating something different. You never know because it's only in the opportunities, right? And our saying yes and moving towards that we actually get to realize the movement. Tomorrow I'm going to spend with my sister. I'm going to go over to her house. I'm going to do her taxes for her. And then I'm going to, well, I guess we'll probably go do a thrift store and then I'll get her to drive me home because it won't be safe for me to walk on the sidewalks. I suspect tomorrow with the freezing rain. I want to stay safe, but I'll get home safe and sound and I'll just stay in the house for a couple of days, right? Spring is on its way, you guys. It has been a strange year all the way around. In this province that I live on, in this province that I live in, Winnipeg and Manitoba, we have been breaking weather records right and left. So many make your head spin, right? And I suspect there's a lot of places in the world that are doing the exact same thing. So it's kind of right. You see the evidence. That's what we want. We want to see the evidence because in the evidence is when we're going to take that action to, right, maybe divert a catastrophe or, right, find a solution to, well, make things a little bit more comfortable. I was talking to a customer today and we were saying we were both at the same time we were talking about, the weather is just the one thing you just don't have any control over. It's going to do what it wants to do or what it's compelled to do or right or just what it's doing more of what it's doing already, right? And isn't that strange as humans where we feel that we can and should, right? And do have the control over absolutely everything just to come to realize the weather itself, right? Yeah. Okay, you guys. Let's tie her up here tonight. That was my show and tell, but right, wasn't the sewing machine a good one? Okay. Oh, the favorite raincoat. I was going to say there was one more thing that I did get, but I hung it up already just so it wouldn't get wrinkly. Not like I need another spring jacket, but Andrew was talking about spring jackets and it jogged my memory. Right? Just a spring rain jacket and it fits perfect, you guys. Like I couldn't ask for a coat that fit better than this one and it was brand new. I think it's Gore-Tex. This jacket is made of Gore-Tex. I didn't look at the brand. There is a rain hoodie in the there is a rain hoodie in the collar. So I'm assuming that it is Gore-Tex. Okay, you guys, that's show and tell. Good stuff. Not a lot, but good stuff. And there were only a couple of things that were frivolous, right? The headband I didn't need, and that pretty earthenware bowl. Um, that pretty earthenware. I just love the glaze on it. Look at that glaze. It's so amazing. Just an amazing glaze on that bowl. Yeah, so for $1, it could come home with me. Oh, and the gloves. The gloves too were a good one. I like the gloves. The gloves were a good one too. Okay, you guys. Let's say our goodnights. Right, sending best wishes if Nancy happens to pop in later. We're sending you lots of love, Nancy. And I hope everything works out for good for you. And if something comes across my path and there's some way that can help, right? I most definitely will. Everybody, have a great night, and we'll see you next week. Bye.